Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a reading for the end of December 2022 looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future. So this is kind of the end of this month moving into the beginning of next year. As you can see, I've already pulled the oracle cards and I clarified those. We'll go through tarot to clarify these messages, and then I have my clarifying deck which will go through the extended. The way that my extended readings are pay what you want. So there's a minimum charge of I think 90 cents. But then I like to do pay what you want, pay what you can. All right. Recent past, you have had faith in your dreams with the Nine of Swords. You guys have been dealing with a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of fear around something not coming to fruition, or possibly many things. I mean, you have dreams here, so it could just be like your life not turning out the way that you want or something. But it's almost like it's like a testing period for you or something. I'm not quite sure. But with the Nine of Swords here, I do see this need to kind of like take a deep breath. I mean, I feel like things are working out for you. I mean, in your current energy, you have emotions are running high with the Death card in reverse. So I see this is like some sort of like a cycle is ending. But the closer you get to the end of a cycle, remember, the more intense things will kind of start to feel. So I do see that there's something coming to an end here. I don't know if it's necessarily in the material world or just some sort of a cycle. Usually is both. Then in your immediate future, you have the answers you need are coming with the Page of Swords here, which is some form of communication. So there's whatever it is. I just feel like you guys are feeling really lost right now. Really lost, really unsure, really uncertain. And I feel like this is a reading about like finding certainty in the uncertainty, like finding faith in kind of a time of fear, or just a time of being in the unknown, like being out of your comfort zone. But let's see. This is recent past for Virgo, clarifying have faith in your dreams with the Nine of Swords. This is recent past for Virgo. The Two of Cups with the Emperor. I was wondering, this is the second reading I'm doing today, and both of them have just straight up out of the gate come out like this is a love reading, and I feel like that's what this is too. You have the Two of Cups with the Emperor. I mean, this is about you not finding. This is about your fear of finding love, your fear of not finding love, and also kind of your fear of finding love. You know, oftentimes we're afraid of our own happiness, and then you have the Devil in reverse. So this is a need to let go of your attachment to the outcome, because I feel like what you're wanting is happening for you. But I feel like maybe there's this cycle that has to end in between, you know, you kind of like now and you getting what you want. This is your recent past, but like your dreams here are in the Two of Cups with your other half. But you know, whether you're male or female, the Emperor to me just kind of represents like your relationship to yourself in a way, similar to the Empress. Yeah, some love here. You're fearing. It's like you're fearing love. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like you both fear that it's not going to happen, and then you also fear that it is. Okay. Recent past for Virgo. It's almost like this need to believe in like the possibilities, almost like believe in what the universe has in store for you. The Hierophant with the Artist, in a way, that's kind of what it's kind of what I just said, because the Artist, this is a card in this deck, additional major arcana, and to me it's like co-creation with the universe, and with the Hierophant here, it's like your wisdom, your what you've learned in past situations. It's going to be what you use to co-create here. And it's almost like I feel like maybe you're like, well, why aren't things happening for me? Why is everything, why aren't things coming to fruition, or why do things feel so challenging, or whatever the case is. And what you don't realize is you're learning what you need to learn so that you can apply it later on. Because you know, the universe will give us what we ask for, no doubt about that, but first it's going to turn you into someone who can sustain it. Because if you bring your fear into a situation, like if you know the perfect person appears for you tomorrow, or your relationship that you're currently in all of a sudden, you know, becomes what it is that you're wanting it to be, and you still are carrying this Nine of Swords energy with you, you'll go from fearing that it's not happening to fearing losing it, and in some way, shape, or form, you'll end up sabotaging it. And so, oftentimes, the universe will give us, you know, we have to learn our lessons first before it'll kind of give us what it is that we're looking for. All right, recent past for Virgo. This says recent past for Virgo. There's the death card. There's like it's like an ending. There's an ending. It could be either with the King of Swords here, or so an ending with an air sign, or the way that I also read this, because I don't like reading love. I don't like reading other people's energies without their permission. And so what I'm seeing here is like this energy of like the ending to you living in your head. Because with this Eight of Swords in reverse, I mean this, and you'll hear me say this every time this card comes out. This is my favorite card in tarot. This is releasing yourself from limiting beliefs that you create up here. Because remember, it's as above, so below. We create it up here, and then it trickles down here. But it's almost like you've been living so long in your head that you've forgotten. It's like you've forgotten how to be vulnerable, or you've forgotten how to be emotionally invested in your day-to-day life. Like almost like there's been this like disassociation with your life. And I think it's because you were experiencing this anxiety for so long. So it's almost like you went from like you're not in an energy of like living. You're in an energy of existing right now. Or this is your recent past, but you were in an energy of existing. And I feel like you thought like maybe if I could just like withdraw, then that'll help me create the life of my dreams, because I'm not, investing any negative emotion in my life, or I'm not quite sure where it was coming from, but there was some sort of ending, and then in your current energy, you have the emotions are running high with that same death card here. So I feel like this is like, let's see, I want to see what I feel like something already ended. That's the thing. But then like with the death card in reverse, it's almost like you're healing from that ending, or releasing the emotions around that ending. But let's see. Current energy for Virgo. The Knight of Cups. You're in a very emotional energy. I mean, you have emotions are running high with the Knight of Cups in reverse, which to me is like an extremely emotional energy. Knight of Cups and Page of Cups in reverse. And there's that Nine of Swords in reverse. So you're in an emotional energy, but what you don't realize is this is a huge release. You're in a huge release right here, right now. And this is you walking away from your past. It's like you're walking away from what didn't work out so that you could step into what will. But the thing is, even if you're in a new relationship, that's why this death card to me, it doesn't feel like something like material is ending. It's like the finalization of an ending that already occurred. Like you could be like trying to start something new, but still holding on to something in the past. And it's like that needs to end. Like you've got to truly let go of your past to be able to fully invest in your present. And I feel like that's kind of why I like this death card in reverse. It's because the ending already took place. The ending's in your past. There's been an ending that's already happened. And in your current energy, oh, okay, your current energy is being triggered by the emotions that weren't healed by the ending that happened. So it's almost as if you're in an emotional energy. So if you feel like you're in an energy of being overly emotional, or you're feeling super triggered, or someone else is making you upset, what you don't realize is that's you're being triggered for a reason. You're being triggered to heal, but it's not because something you've already, like I said, something's already over. This is just dealing with the emotions that have come from that ending. That's the energy you're in now, because it's like the release of that ending, like letting go of what has ended. Dang it! This happened in both readings now. One second. Okay, you have the Five of Wands, so you are kind of in an energy of like this you against the world mentality. You're in a very defensive energy right now. So if you're in a situation, if you're trying to start something new, or even dealing with like a past person, whoever you're dealing with right now, you're actually being quite defensive toward them. And I feel like if there's someone, this is hard because it's kind of going two separate ways. It's like if it's this past person that you've already ended with, then you honestly, I don't feel like should be engaging with them at all, because it's already ended and you need to accept that ending and move on. Now, if it's someone new, you're bringing in an energy from what has ended into the situation and getting defensive toward them at unresolved feelings for somebody else. Not unresolved feelings, like you still have feelings for someone else, but like emotions, or what that person put you through, or how that ending affected you, things like that. So there's a need right now to be really self-aware. Be really, really aware with the way that you are reacting to your surroundings. Because right now you're in such an emotional energy that you're kind of you're reacting rather than responding. So make sure, or like you're you're more susceptible to reacting rather than responding. So make sure that you're really trying to think through, not overanalyze and overthink what you're going through, but like be present and make sure that you're being consciously involved in your decision making right now. Because there is, I mean, with this Five of Swords here, there's a lot of defensiveness. But you're in a very emotional energy, and it has to do with something that ended in your past. So even if this thing ended, even if it ended years ago, I feel like you could still be dealing with the emotions from it. It's kind of interesting because it's like the ending. Interesting. The ending already occurred. That's why I said that it didn't feel like it was. It's a cycle. It's like the cycle of the thing. The thing ended here, and now the cycle, like you've been reliving it or something. And it could have been something very traumatic. And so now you're just kind of reliving the situation. You have the Queen of Wands in reverse with the Seven of Cups. You're very overwhelmed right now. Virgo, you are very, very overwhelmed. And with the Queen of Wands in reverse, this is an energy of kind of like you're trigger happy right now. You're very reactive. I mean, you're very like just like not happy in your current energy, and it's because of your emotions. But the thing is it's almost like it's that energy of like not dealing with the way what you're feeling, so those emotions are coming up in other ways. I feel like that's the biggest thing right now is like making sure that you're not taking out unresolved emotions on something or somebody else. Not saying that you are, but just like that's like a warning that I feel like I need to say here. I just feel like you feel very lost, like things aren't progressing or things aren't changing, or maybe you're annoyed that you're still caught up in this past situation. You're annoyed that it still affects you. You wish you could move forward to something better. I just see that there's like this. It's a slow moving energy, but it's happening for a reason, and I feel like you're wondering what that reason is. Like it's like, why did I go through this? Why did I have to go through this? Why am I still dealing with this? I feel like I've already dealt this, or I've already faced this. Like what the heck? But let's see. Immediate future. You have the answers you need are coming with the Page of Swords. Hangman. This is good. This is progress. This is letting go. This is letting go of the situation. This is you going from. It's not like you're fighting an ending here. I mean, you could be. There could be a few Virgos out there that are fighting this ending. It's almost like you're denying that it ended, wanting it back kind of thing. Which, if you're doing that, just make sure you're not getting caught up in those tarot readings that are like, oh, your person's coming back, because those are very unhealthy. And trust me, I got caught in that trap for a very long time, and it doesn't lead to anything good. Or something has ended and you're still upset that it affects you. It's like you're being triggered in ways that remind you of something, and it's making it hard to move forward. But with the Hangman in your immediate future and the Justice here, I see that it's like you letting go and allowing, kind of like allowing yourself to just move on. Like it's almost like you either don't want to move on or feel like you can't move on. I think that's a better way to say that. Maybe a little bit of both. I mean, there is an attachment here to some extent, some sort of attachment. So look at what this person provides you. You know, like for me, when I got out of a really unhealthy relationship, it was like, oh, I was looking for the love of, my dad through that situation, or something like that. I'm not saying that has to be the situation, but it's almost like look for how you're trying to love yourself through someone else, or how you were hoping to, or how you did. I don't know. Like there's something here. It's like there's something that needs to be seen about a past situation so you can let go of it for good. Immediate future for Virgo. So you have the Hangman. I see some letting go, some surrendering, if you will. But I also feel like that's because, yeah, there it is. I was going to say because you can see the truth of it. This is the Judgment card. To me, that's seeing the truth of a situation. You have the Seven of Pentacles with the Devil in reverse. This is you investing and releasing the attachment. I like that because I feel like what you've been trying to do is like distract yourself from the attachment and be like just move on and like try to just like stay busy or focus on other things. And what all that's done is kept you triggered because those emotions they've got to come out some way, shape, or form. So it's kept you reactive and kind of putting that on other people. But in your immediate future, it's almost like this energy of starting to actually invest in releasing the attachment instead of just try to like avoid it. But I like that because that means that you're investing in yourself, right? We are attached to other things because we want those things to fulfill a part of us that's missing. And so we give so much of ourselves away to gain somebody else so that we can, there's that Emperor again. Yeah, so it's like releasing the attachment from whoever this Emperor was. It's like the idea, you thought this person was like your forever maybe, or like you thought that I don't know. There's something ended, and either it already ended. It's so many ways. It's like it already ended, but you're still investing in it even though it's already ended, or you want to move on so bad, you want to walk away, but like you've already walked away. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's like in your life. It could be. These general readings are hard sometimes. Immediate future for Virgo. Sun. I like that. The sun and the well and the Ten of Cups. Look at that. When you release this attachment, I mean, that's what brings you happiness. This is, I mean, two major arcanas in the Ten of Cups right here. You're looking for this Ten of Cups, right? You're looking for that future fulfillment. But the thing is, you're looking at it. You're either looking through it through a past situation, or you're looking for something similar to your past situation to fulfill it. But the thing is something better is here for you, or possible for you. With the well, that's allowing things to flow. I kept saying allowing. It's like you're allowing yourself. It's like this is what your immediate future is. It's almost like just allowing things to happen instead of fighting them one way or another. Because I feel like you and the universe have the same goal. You both want you to be happy, but it's almost like you're fighting for something. You're fighting for your past. The universe is fighting for your future. That's a good way to put that. Interesting. All right, we're gonna hop on over to the extended. As I said, it's a pay what you want kind of thing. 90 cents is like what they require me to charge for a minimum for transaction fee. So pay what you want, pay what you can. If you have any questions on a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. Otherwise, thank you guys so very much, and I hope to see you next week. All right, bye, Virgo.